G'day, g'day, g'day. Hi, Grandma D, Kirsten at Uncover the News. Renee Rogers, hello. Yeah, lots of things happening. Eric Prince, what a guy. I'm wondering if it can be done for profiteering. We'll see. Yeah. The Texas governor, he's banning vaccine mandates. That's just, yeah. An authorised trip to Kabul. The Pentagon has blocked their flight in Europe. Yes, and those two, I mean, one was a Democratic rep and the other one was a Republican rep. Why didn't they say, look, we'll go and we'll bring some people back with us? No, they chartered a flight, flew there, flew back. Oh, Eric Prince, what a guy. Okay. Okay. Hi, Carter Nancy Mesquite. How are you? Things are a mess in Afghanistan. The thing is, if Trump was still in charge, Eric Prince would have been able to go in as many times as he likes. This is not quite the case here. Yeah, $6,500 US per ticket to get people out, and extra if they want help getting from their home to the airport. What a guy. Hi, Renee and Renee Rogers, both of you. 80 cases in Victoria, 41 of whom were in the community, 9 in the ACT, 8 of whom were already connected. Hi, Michelle Peterson. Now, I'm going to be cutting Thursdays down to 2 hours from now on. So that's just... to make it so I can spread the time out. I've had to cut down the time so I can spread it out more and do a little bit more. I'm cutting Thursdays down to 2 hours. Hi, Beverly Spencer. And probably doing Sundays down to 2.5. So, So let's get into it. As it's going to be. So hi to those people who aren't in the chat who are watching. Hello, and hello to everyone who joins me later on. I do appreciate it. Hi, Michelle Peterson. Now, let's have a look at... Now, I did a reading Tuesday night about whether the window will be opened further. I said they may get a week. Let's see if that's looking more likely. Will the evacuation window be extended another week? Yeah, there's a good chance it could be. The Queen of Swords in this instance, it's not a judge. It's thoughtful words, well-placed words, but the Taliban are also, she can be very impatient and throw a cold shoulder. So the Taliban are getting a bit, we're being very reasonable. But there's the Justice card here. We've got the Three of Wands, the Queen of Swords, which means the Taliban are, the Justice card, which is, they're both maybe cards. Now we've got the Knight of Wands, talking, negotiating. The Five of Cups, losses. Loss. Temperance. Restraint. I think someone's at the door, guys. Can you just stick with me and I'll go and check. Sorry about that. No, there wasn't anyone at the door. I just thought I heard the screen door rattle. So, so sorry about that. Now, restraint. I feel impatience on the part of the Taliban. They're like, we're being patient, we're being nice, getting people out. Look, they might be able to extend it, but again, as I said the other day, they might only get another week or so. Lies and deceptions. They're definitely talking, but it's looking rocky. I said on Tuesday that they might get another week. I think that might be the case, but hi Ron, Unconditional Love Tarot. Hi Robin Arvin. Hi Beverly Spencer. I just thought I heard someone at the screen door, so I had to go and check. So that's why I disappeared for a minute. Hi Marsha Miller. It's lovely to see a new name. Hi Teresa Balthasar. It's lovely to see a new name. Marsha, welcome. They've hit the 1,000 mark in New South Wales. Wow. And 3 deaths. So, look, it's still looking like it's going to be a bit of a battle, but they might get there. They might get another week. Let's see. Lies and deceptions. Honestly, I got going through my head that the Taliban will probably let people they'll probably do a deal with people like Eric Prince to let them fly out, but he's got to pay them and stuff, so he's going to charge people. That wouldn't surprise me if that happened. Hi Sherry French. So I'll be getting into the readings a lot sooner because I'm cutting back from it just sort of grew and grew from what, an hour to an hour and a half to 2 hours, and then out to 3. But no, I'm cutting it back to 2. I'll still do like 2.5 hours, I think, on Sundays, but that way I can do a little bit more different things with you guys. Will ISIS attack? Renee Rogers, ISIS. Is ISIS going to be a problem? Yes, I got that. Yes, they are. Hi, Edna May. Yes, that's a justified worry. Definitely a justified worry. They've sort of done a deal or made an offer to the Taliban not to attack until, not to target people until the 31st. So they might not feel very happy about that. They're trying to rebuild power. They're actually feeling a little bit insecure at the moment. Okay. Look, they could cause a major incident there. They could. There's definitely somewhere in the future looking at a major incident involving ISIS. Boundaries. I think they might be talking to the Taliban about having an area to themselves, setting boundaries, like one of the provinces or something, where they can go and set up and be. I'm definitely reading disruption with them, like this upside down. They want their own area. They want their own homeland, I suppose you'd call it, that they can properly set up as the Islamic State with their own boundaries and their own autonomy. That's what they're looking for at the moment. But so they can base everything there and not be touched, basically. If they get that, that's a big if. They wouldn't be recognised with anyone. The lovers, they're definitely talking to the Taliban to do a deal and stuff, but there's definitely something big and disruptive coming for ISIS or out of ISIS or around ISIS. Oh, thank you, Robin Arvin. That's lovely. Yeah. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. Hi, Crazy Cat Lady Farley. Yeah, I think they're going to set off some fighting within Afghanistan. Thoughts and prayers out to Kate Lambrook's family. She's a commentator and radio personality here in Australia. She's lost her father's died. He was 89 years old, but it's always hard. Oh, I'm okay. I'm okay. Thank you. Yeah, I have been overdoing it, which is one of the reasons to be cutting back a bit. So, yeah. So I found it really hard to settle into sleep last night. I sort of slept very lightly for a few hours and was sort of awake or half awake every half hour. So I just couldn't settle. So I came out here, stretched out on the lounge, put on an old favourite carry-on. Within 20 minutes I was snoring peacefully and got some decent sleep in. So yeah, just but yes, I'm fine. Thank you, Pamela. And Edna May, thank you. Hi, Kim C. So those two reps who went made an unauthorised charter flight to Kabul and back. Sanction? Yeah, look, that's going to go at least till the end of September. I told my aunt who's living down there, I said, look for it to go till at least the end of September, the full lockdown. So, New South Wales. Yeah. I don't think I even asked a question. I was talking about New South Wales that got, yeah, worst. They haven't hit the peak yet. Worst to come for New South Wales. So, okay, so those two representatives, what's going to happen with them? Hi, Judy Malley. Hi, Sharon Sybe. So lovely to see all the regulars coming in and new names as well. I love seeing new names. And if you are new here and you like what you're seeing, please, thumbs up would be good. And if you like what you're seeing, please do subscribe. It'd be nice. New subscribers are always welcome. And if you know anyone who might be interested in what I do, yeah. Well, they're definitely going to be. This is Nancy, and she's in a foul mood about it. So they're definitely going to be called up. They might be sanctioned. They might even be fined, but she is going to get every piece of information out of them. Hi, Karen Anderson, as well. So, but yeah, they are going to probably cop, I don't know, not necessarily sanction or censure, but yeah, something, censure possibly. But she is going to get a lot of information out of them. And she wants to discourage other people from doing this, as Uncover the News said earlier, that the Pentagon there's another couple of House reps who are trying to fly in from somewhere in Europe, and they're blocking that. Who did they speak to? She's going to want to know who they spoke to, who they chartered the plane from. Yeah. They might be issued with a caution. I'm not quite sure how that works. Hi, Greta. But yeah, they're definitely going to be hauled over the coals. The Republicans are going to try and make a big deal out of it, but no, they was standards in place. I think that no flights out of America, no commercial charter flights out of the US. I'm sure people like Eric Prince will get around that. But there's going to be Kabul and all that. People always find their ways around things. You can understand why people are desperate, but yeah, it doesn't mean they should be, ripped off so much. It's an interesting subject on influencers. Are they seem to think they can do what they like. Hi, AP Mum, how are you? Given that you're here, I feel that you went through the hurricane okay. Tide Pod's the trumpet. You'd never have to apologise for being late. You never have to apologise for being late. People join me when they can join me and stuff, and if you have to leave early, you leave early. It's fine, I always feel that however long you stay, I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful that you come and join me, even if it's for a shorter time or whatever. I love it, and I love the support I get from you guys. And yeah. That's all right, Sherry French. Okay. So influencers, what's going on with influencers? Is their time starting to pass? We all know who, the Instagram people, and Instagram is the big one with influencers, and the YouTube and stuff. Is their time so is their time starting to pass? Influencers, it's a bit of a struggle, a bit of a juggling with things now. I think people are starting to be more discerning. The big influencer market was teenagers over the last 10 years, but these people are going into their 20s now, and they're starting to wake up a bit and have other things to do, other responsibilities that call to them. So, and some of them have actually had to pay some consequences for just following along with influencers. whether it's getting themselves into financial debt at an early age. There seems to be a big one. I'm getting that's a big one. Juggling money with there's a bit of financial struggle too coming out of the influences. The Ace of Swords. How much some of these people were getting paid too is coming out. And I think some of them are starting to be exposed as not really using the products, not doing this, not doing that. I've asked the question, are the peak days of influencers, is that over? There's always going to be influencers. I'm not saying that they're going to disappear, but influencers were big over the last 20 years, grew and grew and grew. It's first over the 2000s and then during the 2010s. But that audience is in their 20s and 30s now, and they've got other things they have to deal with, lots of other things. And as I said, there's a lot of financial, here's another financial cut. There's been consequences financially to a lot of these people. So resources. I see a bit of some of them some influencers are in for big trouble, possibly some legal issues and some for big shake-ups. And some of them retiring. So I do feel that there's going to be a cutback on the number of influencers out there. So I think there's going to be a bit of a change, and some of them are really riding for a downfall. One more row. Yeah, there's going to be a few who really repeating the same patterns, repeating the same, but they're, there was the thing about that influencer who's being charged with going, COVID violations and things like that. Some of them really think that they can move outside their initial sphere of influence, and it's thinking they're all that and don't have to listen to others and can set bad trends, but they're in for a big surprise. And some people, the generation that are coming out, especially people in their 30s who have kids who might be teenagers now, and these people have had to work their way through financial trouble and all that. They're telling their kids always act with caution. They're like be cautious, telling them what influences are, so they're not going to disappear, the influences, but I do feel like they're high point is there's not going to be as many, and it's not going to be as easy to do. And I think some companies are going to say, well, I'm not going to align myself with someone who didn't even get a high school diploma, who declared it for their ambition on their resumes to be an Instagram influencer. That's not always a good look. Of course, there are always those companies that will pay anyone to hoik their products. I just thought, it popped into my head after I saw that thing about this Chris guy, and I thought, well, let's have a look at the influencers and have they hit their peak. There's still going to be people around, of course. But, yeah. But there's a whole generation of people who ended up in debt because of these guys who are going to tell their kids they're not a good idea, be careful, you know, be careful with your money, you know. Yeah. Okay. What else is there to read on? The September 14th recall election in California. Is Gavin Newsom going to win that? Let's have a look. Hi, Linda B. September 14th recall election in California. Will Gavin Newsom win it? This came out. Temperance. It's looking good, looking cautiously good for him. Consequences, chips coming in. The devil. It's a big no, but then there's repeated mistakes, repeated lies. There are some consequences, but there is resolution. Might take a couple of days. I do think he will win it. Yeah, I do think he will win it. It's going to be a bit closer than he likes, I think, because there are some things that, yeah, he has to answer for, and he'll answer for with the loss of some votes. Some mistakes he's made in the past, or patterns of behaviour, and it might take a few days, possibly even up to a week to sort out. But I do think he's going to win it. Thank you, Uncover the News, for that news on New Zealand. And thank you for telling me about New South Wales earlier, 1028. I mean, you know, it was only a matter of time before they cracked the 1,000. So. Representative Goforth in Kentucky, the state representative. He resigned over the allegations of choking and restraining his partner, domestic abuse, anyway, in Kentucky. He's in a very red seat, apparently, but there's going to be a special election. Okay. Is the joy slowing up the ballots being mailed in for Newsom? Let's have a look. The joy. Is to Joyce slowing up ballots being mailed in. He's trying, but I think that there are enough new board members keeping an eye on him. He's definitely trying, but I don't think he's going to stop the results being enough ballots. He is definitely trying to slow the ballots, and that might lead to, you know what, when I said it might take a while, some slow ballots. Did you hear about that guy who was found drunk in the back of his car with 300 mail-out ballots? They've already been reissued and remailed out. He was, from what I can gather, he broke into a post office. Thank you, Judy Malley. He broke into a post office and took a whole bundle of mail, including accidentally, unintentionally, 300 mail-out ballots. The election board in that area had said they've already sent out new ballots. It's all been taken care of for those 300 people. But, yeah. But, you know, he was charged with election fraud and stuff. So, anyway, with to Joy, I have got him trying to manifest a decision that goes against a heartbreaking decision for Newsom. But people are keeping an eye on him. Caution. He's really got to proceed with caution. The change is coming. They are close to getting rid of him. He's trying to slow things down. He definitely would like to see Newsom lose and a Republican get in there. But stability and the rule of law is not, you know, it's the rules are the rules. And if he slows down the count, as long as they're posted before the date, they'll get counted. Newsom's still going to win. So, yeah. Yeah, thank you, Judy Malley. I really do appreciate that. Yes, it is a federal crime. Unfortunately, he's going to get copped with ballots as well. That his intent there wasn't to interfere with the election. He was just stole a bundle of mail. What an idiot. And, yeah. He hadn't touched them or opened them. He'd shoved them in his backseat or something and was opening everything else. And, yeah. He had no political affiliation. Don't even know if he was registered to vote. Now, the special election in Kentucky to replace State Representative Goforth. Goforth. Will a Democrat win? The area of Kentucky he's in, it is a Republican stronghold. Southeast Kentucky, I think. Will a Democrat win the special election? It's set for December, I think. The Eight of Wands is lots and lots of people are going to be voting in that special election. Lots of people are going to be registering for it. There's going to be a real move for that. Abuse of power, abuse of position. The Five of Wands. The Five of Swords, sorry. It can also mean a bit of restlessness or a bit of a fruitless endeavour. but there's justice here. So maybe yes. More secrets going to come out. I think more stuff's going to come out about this guy. It is going to be a bit of it's going to come close. It's going to be a tipping point, really close, I think. Corruption. There's stuff going to come out about corruption in past actions with this guy. He hasn't been in there that long, but he certainly made hay while the sun shone. It's a bit hard to tell, really. We've got the Four of Cups with people being offered an alternative, but still being stuck on the way things have gone for years. Mammy and Daddy and Grandpappy and all that voted for these people for years. And intuition. I think it's going to be pretty close. At this stage, they're going to do better than they expected, the Democrats, but at this stage, it's still, I think it's going to be really, really close at this stage. I will do a reading on it closer to the election, but there is a possibility. I do think that more Democrats are going to come out of the woodwork in that area of Kentucky. Yeah. That's all right, Deborah Costro. Hi, Mims. Hi, Estelle Harrington. Hi, Wendy Kay. Yeah, I think they're starting to realise that. I think there's going to be a huge drive to get, because to get people to vote in every election. They are needed. Estelle, you've had some problems with your fur babies. What's wrong? What happened to your fur baby, Estelle? Oh, 19. Oh, bless. Oh, Estelle, I'm so sorry to hear that you had to put your little bubba down. She's in a place. She's in a good place. Yeah. Hi, Kate Sweet Blue. Yeah. It's always hard when you lose a sweetie. Is that husband squeaking the door open? Thank you, my darling. Oh, so I'm so sorry to hear about your bubba. Sharon relief. Oh, he's guy who assassinated Robert Kennedy, isn't he? Will he be released? Not sure. First, just for Estelle, I'm going to put out 3 cards about her bubba. A sweet little angel. Okay, just for Estelle. Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, she's still... She's kind of taking her time. Yeah. He'd be in his 70s now, I should think. She's kind of taken her time, hanging around a bit.
You need some coffee, baby.
Oh, thank you. One of my subscribers had to have her little 19-year-old kitty put down.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
That's
But
fine.
you know what? She's feeling a lot free of the pain and stuff, and just the old age and stuff.
Very sad.
Yeah.
Very sad.
But we've got the 3 of Cups, and yeah.
Heartbreaker, I have babies.
Yeah, she's still not quite ready to leave you yet. And there are times when you might feel down, you might feel an extra bit of love in the room, and that's her showing you support. And I think Ebony, your other cat, she's like, she might be extra sensitive to you too. So yeah. And she is in a better place now. Queen of Wands. You see how she's just lovely, very happy little smile on her face. You gave her all the love and attention, and you gave her a life of happiness. And she knew that. So, and she's happy, but she's still, yeah, not quite ready to let go yet. So there you go, just for you, Estelle.
What was the kitty's name, Bob?
What was your kitty's name? Hubby wants to know. It's a big dog. She sees her. Thank you, Chrissy. Hubby wants to know what your kitty's name was.
You lost the baby. Oh, okay. One big cup of coffee.
It's their father's coming. So will that guy ever be released? Will he be released?
Where's the lady who lost the kitty, Chris?
Precious. I called her, yeah, her name was Precious, and she called her Angel Eyes. That's Estelle, her name is. The lady, Estelle.
Precious.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Where in the world is
Estelle's in the US.
In the US, okay.
Yeah, James is taking a big deep breath. He's just a bigger sookie as me about animals and loves them just as much. So he's the whole look on his face is.
I'm just thinking about our cat in a way. It's just, she does push my patience, but
You love her. Yeah.
She do. It's so trusting in me. I've never seen a cat more trusting.
Yeah.
That's because she knows nothing to fear from me. Total trust. It's like a rag
He
doll.
regularly threatens to turn her into a pair of slippers.
Yeah, that happens when she whizzes on a pile of clean laundry that's about to be sorted. But let's not go there.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, you're getting a thank you from Estelle, and other people are saying thank you for caring. It's all right. He does care.
Cat, Chris, isn't she? When I pick her up.
Oh, she's like a rag doll when you pick her up. Yeah.
Oh, so
she's not like that with me. She's not very comfortable when I pick her up, and neither is Whitby. But that's not because they don't trust me or anything. It's because I have essential tremors, and that that vibrates through them, and it makes them a bit
shame, isn't it?
But they show their love in other ways. So.
Rough. There you go, baby. Oh,
thank you very much for that, my darling. I'll be wrapping up at
very
11.
Hot, very hot.
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
Okay. So yeah. Okay. So Saran, will he be released? I'm erring on the side of yes. He was something like 18 years old. You're asking about a new investigation. I think they might be cautious, but I think, yeah, I do think he will be. If he's released, they're going to be very cautious. I do think it's looking like he could be. Hi, Moonchild. Thank you. It's going to be very cautious. They'll try and keep him away from cameras and everything. Wouldn't even be surprised if the marshals were like to. We might give him a new identity or move him somewhere where he's less likely to be a target. If the family have no issue with him being released, and if the family have some doubts that he did it, well, that's. I don't think they doubt that he shot them, but whether it was the shot that killed him, that's a doubt that's been raised lately, isn't it? Whether it was somebody else who shot him, I think a security guard or something. There was more gunshots than what was in Saran's gun. Yeah. Yeah, he may be released. It's looking good for that. They're going to institute some processes, but I think he might be sort of. He might be offered protection and new identity, stuff like that. Will he need protection? Yeah, he might need to be put in to like witness protection or something, just for his own safety. Thank you. Can I ask JFK if he knows who shot him? I'm not. People are a different thing to animals with me, I think, because I'm not quite sure whether I could. I've never. The mediumship, I suppose, you show the empathetic energy that I show with animals. Yeah, I've never actually really tried that with the person. I've read around the energy of the incident, but not ever really tried it with a person before. So it's just not something I've really tried with the person. I can give it a try. I'll have to, but it's something. I'll try and read the energy of JFK and RFK's incidences. Yeah, no, actually asking them directly, it's not something I'm at a level to do yet, but I can have a look at the energy around both the incidences. Like I had a look at Chappaquiddick and the energy around, and I asked questions, you know. So, all right. Okay, so let's have a look. Yes, I have seen the Nala. I think I've seen a couple of Nala videos. Yeah. RFK. Yeah, okay. Okay. Let's see. God of the highest truth and compassion, I ask for your help in reaching into the energy of RFK's assassination and looking at if anyone else was involved in the shots that actually killed him. Six of Batons, 10 of Deniers, 9 of Cups. Well, that's a yes. The 10 of Deniers is definitely means that there's a legacy of blood money, I think, in this case. I think someone there may have been paid. 6 of Batons. He was on the road to winning the Predators. If he hadn't have been assassinated, he would have won. And somebody didn't want that. Things will come to light. That's not to say that surrounding pull the trigger and put a bullet into him, but whether it was the kill shot is a different thing. Embattlement, going to take a bit of time. It pays. There's the investigation card again. Tipping point. More might come out. Saran has borne the whole burden so far. Yeah, I do feel like there might have been somebody else. I feel like if it was only Saran's bullets that went into him, he might have recovered. He probably would have recovered, actually. It would have been an attempt. But, yeah, there might be further investigations. Does he know who? Seven of Pentacles, Three of Cups, or Four of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. Saran wasn't in it for money. While he was there, it was protest. He wasn't paid anything. The other person who may have fired a shot, some of those extra shots, was there and was paid and was doing it for money. But as for who, he's not sure. But there has been people just at the time they felt they got the guy and they didn't really investigate further. If they'd investigated further, listened to that tape better, apathy. I do feel the person who did it may be dead if it's that security. I can't remember much about the story I heard. But no, in his mind there was another person. And he would have recovered if it was just the shots that Saran shot. But wonder if all that evidence is still there. Anyway, I don't think he knows who shot him here, but not specifically, but he's pretty sure someone else was paid to, yeah. Anyway, I did a video on Chappaquiddick. I might do a video on this as well, but oh, really? Hello. Are there going to be attacks on infrastructure by right-wing groups? Let's have a look at that, hey? Hello to everyone who's watching, not in the chat. Do appreciate you joining us. And hello to those who press on things later. I really appreciate it. Hi, Sheila, Inquisitive Tarot. How are you? Join me for the last hour, which is lovely. Are there going to be more attempted attacks and attacks on infrastructure in the US by right-wing groups? Yes, possibly. No, that's a no. Hi, Melinda Dutcher. Seven of Swords, that's a no. Nine of Cups. Lemon, the World Resolution. Burdens. There's definitely more plans, but honestly, and there's definitely people getting together and planning things. But honestly, I think that they're going to be shut down before they can get started. So, but yeah, there's definitely more plans, and some might get happen, like pause, blackouts, areas of the national grid, things like that. So some burden on people. Gas, possibly. There's definitely people planning, and a couple might happen, but a lot of them are going to be stopped before they can do anything. But that doesn't mean some aren't going to happen. That there aren't going to be some disruptions. I was wondering what was rattling. It was the blinds outside. So, yeah. Yeah, the alphabet group, that's definitely looking at that. Yes, it is a swimmer on the refugee team, and I think she won a medal. Hi, Sheila. How you going, my dear? Costro. Hi, Deborah Costro. Glad you're back. Human Generic. Hi. Melinda. Hi. Now, budget standoff. What's going to happen with that? Let's have a look. Is the budget going to get passed in the House? Yeah, look for more either foiled or hopefully none will be successful, but look for more disruptions happening and people trying to do things to infrastructure in the US, but most of them are going to get foiled. You never sleep anymore anyway. Why's that? Why don't you sleep anymore, Sheila? You and I are going to have a conversation, darling. Okay. We'll see what we can do about that. Working at home all of the time. Okay, well, you know. 1, 2, 3. Now, the budget will it get passed? Couple of big maybes there. Here's Pelosi. She's really trying to work something out. we've got Page of Swords, which can be disappointing news, but it can be also be talking, new talk starting. Caution. Yeah, look, we've got here, this is cinema and to an extent mansion, but mostly cinema is causing hold-ups, slowing things down. Yes. Justice, yes. But yeah, I think they're still going, they're going to get it passed. It's looking good for it to pass. We've got the Fool, we've got Justice, we've got the Emperor, stability, rule of law, stability and resources. We've got more talks maturing relatively quickly, going from the Page of Swords to the King of Swords, and then a change with the way things are, a change in the process that's been happening. So I think it could go through. When? Hopefully with, let's see, will it happen within the next week or so? Let's have a look. Yeah, I saw that. That is so wrong. That's going to stop. I asked if it'll go through within the next week. If not the next, we've got the Sun, which is yes, the Queen of Swords, which is the maybe, and the Nine of Swords, which is no, and some anxiety. I'm going with yes, but it might be a bit of a tight squeeze getting through, but yeah. Well, ISIS, yeah, Uncover the News. I did a reading on ISIS before. Yeah, they're going to cause trouble. They are. Will they cause trouble at the airport? Well, that's a different question, so I'll do a quick throw on that. But they are definitely. They're going to use it. You just did a reading with Danny Shea. I've got a, yeah, Daddy, if you're watching, when are you going to do, when are we going to get together, my dear? We've sort of emailed, so. Okay, let's have a look. Will ISIS cause trouble at Kabul airport? Win at all cost. We've got 2 no's and a yes so far. So we've got the 5 of Swords, win at all cost. 4 of Cups. They're not happy. They're not happy that the Taliban are letting people out. The 6 of Wands. That's a yes card. Oh, yeah. They're gearing up for it. Yes, there's definitely a chance that they could cause trouble quicker than anticipated too. If the window gets extended, they probably will cause trouble. Yeah, I've got the 8 of Wands here, the 2 of Swords, tipping point, and the 4 of Wands. Yeah, yes, I do think they will cause trouble at the airport if the window gets extended. Oh, that's wonderful news. That's wonderful news. That is a good sign too, Linda B, that they've set up visits with your granddaughter every Saturday. That is a good sign. The smoke behind me, yeah, it's just left over from, it's not sage. I don't burn sage because I have blood pressure issues. It's from a incense stick. It's still got a little bit there. Still got a little bit left on it. It's an incense stick. No, I don't burn sage because of blood pressure. It's not the best thing to have to burn around you, or to have sage oils and stuff like that if you've got blood pressure. Bobert, her finances and her husband's finances, there's lots of questions being asked. How does a shift worker get paid $1 million over 2 years to a consultation industry? What's wrong? Oh no, Chrissy, what's wrong, Sheila? Just recorded it, yeah. Probably, yeah. I'd say that's probably why. Blood, yeah, well, you know. Is what it is. You either let these things rule you or you rule them. Okay. Lauren Bobert and her husband, their financial, are they in trouble about their finances? They're being investigated, that's for sure. Ooh, their finances could be frozen. Yeah. So there's definitely strategies, the ways in which they plan things and have things done. Their finances could be frozen. What's this king about? It's not associated with Trump. Oh, but it could be. It could be the insurrection with her. Why did they end up? I mean, her campaign finances are being looked at too. But this is a fruitless exercise for her. She's going to try, and she's not savvy enough, smart enough. Neither of them are. They've left a big fat follow the money trail. They haven't left breadcrumbs. They've left friggin' loaves of bread for people to follow. Yeah, I can read on that. Uncover the news. Hi, Viviane. Her continued efforts to get Trump back in office, it's not going to happen. Her deals, is she in trouble? Yeah, definitely. Hello, where did this money go? This is a lot of money for just disappear off the face of the earth. What's happened to her? They're going to look back at her finances over the last few years and her husband's. Things are going to happen very quickly. Records subpoenaed. Yeah, they could end up having their finances frozen. It'll be interesting to watch what goes on there. Okay, Eric Prince. Will he be charged with profiteering? Eric Prince. Queen of Cups, big yes. The Sun, a big yes. The Moon, no. Lies and deceptions. King of Cups, yes. Strength, yes. The Chariot, yes. Most of these are big impact cards. This charter flight is going to get him into a lot of trouble. It's going to send investigators into a different direction. It's pretty much just in the same category as the people smugglers after Vietnam, who would get people out and charge them the earth and stuff. It's low. Oh, he's going to have to start getting ready because he's going to be on pretty shaky ground. Insecurity here, juggling. He's a very slippery dude. And he's very good at juggling and manipulating money and all that. But this is just too open. We've got the Eight of Cups. The World, resolution. 10 of Swords. Long dark night of the soul coming up for him. Things coming flying at him. He could. What is the status of Trump's bad karma bill? Oh, let's have a look. We'll have a look at that too. Okay, the next question that was asked was, will there be trouble on September 18? What is it they're calling what's the protest about now? The Free the January 6th Prisoners rally. They're not political prisoners, you know, if that's what people are thinking. September 18, the September 18 rally. It's going to be loud, raucous. Will that rally cause trouble? September 18 rally. How's that going to go? Wheel of Fortune, going to bring about a change. Chaos. There will be consequences for it. So we've got the Wheel of Fortune, change. Their aim is to bring about change. Use it as a cover too for something else. It is going to be chaotic. It is going to cause trouble, and there are going to be consequences from the rally. The Knight of Swords and the Three of Wands. Ace of Cups. Blockages. Creativity. 10 of Swords. Definitely trying to travel long. It's going to be a very long day. Tipping point. The Two of Swords. There's going to be more people end up being charged and stuff after this. Tipping point. They are building up energy and building up energy and building up energy, and they want to unleash all this energy. That's what they're hoping. King of Swords. King of Wands. Knight of Pentacles. Are they going to try the capital again? There's going to be prosecutions coming out of it. The world is going to end this business with Trump once and for all. The business of trying to reinstate Trump, that's going to be ended once and for all on that day. They might try again, but it's just going to be, no, that's it. 6 of Swords, a rough crossing. They're going to try and cross. They're going to try again. I don't know how far they'll get. If they get within a certain distance of the capital, it's going to get like very King of Cups. Biden's not going to be running away. Going to try and slow down the business. Yeah. Don't be surprised. There's a lot of disruptions, a lot of argy-bargy. If they do try again, some of them to get in, maybe use the rally as a distraction. Thank you for blessing me. Okay, now how is Trump's karma bill going? Let's have a look. Hi, J Cat Lady. Now, I just announced earlier that I'll be cutting my Thursday sessions back to 2 hours and my Sunday ones to 2.5 hours to give me more time to do some other things. Oh, he's got that Tina Peters person somewhere. Now, I was watching Glenn Kirshner. If Tina Peters has contacted the authorities and let them know where she is and is cooperating with them or whatever, that's fine, no problem. But if the warrant is issued for her and he still thinks, and he's as material witness or something, and he still harbors her, then he's in trouble. So that's going to be an interesting thing to watch. Okay. Hi, Angie. Coffee mug. It's from a place, it's a West Australian company called Miss Maud's. Wonderful Miss Maud's. Swedish. Founded by a Swedish lady. It's great. Okay, how is Trump's karma bill? There's anyone nearby who knows somebody nearby who can possibly help Estelle with Precious? Maybe you guys might want to hook up or something, depending on where you are. But good health, good energy, and love. Yes, as Mim's saying to Estelle and Energy and Ebony. Okay, now Trump's karma bill. What is it looking like? It's just been added to with the Caliban. Wow. This is the world. All bills are due. Hi, Joji. Yeah, that's true, Marsha Miller. You're right. Yep. This is the world, the end of the journey. All bills are due. Five of coins out in the cold. Five of coins. Pretty soon, he's going to be feeling it. Five of coins. But he's going to tell himself that it's him putting everybody else out in the cold, because he can never believe that he's at fault. Or he's not handling things well at all. He is like the Page of Cups, over emotional, immature, in the worst possible way. His past actions to win and to win it, and to win the Six of Wands, and sending out people to try and convince people of something that isn't true, it's due. All his past actions are coming due with that World card. His immediate future. Deals. The truth about deals are coming out. This is Taliban, the Taliban deal. More and more details are coming out. Trust me, Biden is having every little detail of it looked at, and Pompeo's in huge shit. So this is at present. That deal is being looked at. In his immediate future, the truth, he is not going to be able to avoid what is going to be coming out. The sword of truth is going to be poking painfully into certain body parts. What's in his environment? The wheel of fortune, the changes that come about that you have no control over. A lot of people think you make your own luck, and to an extent you do. But the consequences of the actions you take to make your own luck, you often have no control over that. The changes he has no control over. What do people see? Seven of Cups, someone who is a liar, someone who is delusional, someone who has existed in a cloud of self-belief and is high on his own armpit smell, for too long. What are his hopes and fears with karma? He's hoping that he'll be able to build up more support, but he's fearing that he's not, that when stuff comes out, he's going to lose support. What is the outcome of Trump with his karma bill? Life of luxury. The devil has to be paid his due. It's the devil card. Life of luxury with the Queen of Coins. The devil has to be paid his due. The lid is about to come off. The Queen of Cups. Sometimes you'll see the cup with the lid on. Sometimes you'll see it with it off. The lid is about to come off, and more is going to be coming out about Trump and what he's done, what he did while he was in office. There's definitely going to be a Presidential Crimes Commission. 8 of Coins. Details. Where this money went, where that money went. stuff's going to be coming out, and the devil has to, it's coming due. It is coming due. What's on the bottom? Two of Wands. His efforts to establish dominion. When is this all going to happen? Will it all happen in September? Let's have a look. It's going to be slow at first. All these efforts to win at any cost with the Five of Swords. The groups he's working with, the people he's working with. And a 16, Temperance. Yes. Yeah, during September, but it's going to seem slow, but it's, don't worry, it's coming due. The John Rights the John Lewis Voting Rights Act. No. Now, there was another question. Hi, Crazy Cat Lady. Night, Renee. Thank you for joining us. No, I don't want to do the bunker. How is Rudy feeling now that Igor has? This is. Okay, let's see. Rudy Giuliani. How is Rudy Giuliani feeling now that Igor is changing his plea and talking? Five of Wands. Fruitlessness. I'll just check something here. He is worried. He doesn't feel like it's an exciting challenge, that's for sure. He might be wise to start negotiating, but he's probably running around like a chook with his head cut off. Might be a good time for him to start negotiating. But no, he is too tied up. He's like, I don't know if he'll ever flip on Trump, but he got emotional appeals happening from some of his family members. He's lost the support of granddaughter. Some of them, I don't know if he'll ever get that back. Oh, he's in for a bit of a tough ride. The Six of Swords, the Six of Swords are a turbulent journey, moving to calmer waters. His past actions, it's going to rake up new aspects to the investigation into him. At present, oh, he's like, oh, this is the end. He really does. He's starting to lose hope and think that this is the end of it. You know, he's not happy. I don't think he's handling it well at all. In his future, the Eight of Pentacles, details coming out. More details. Lev is going to let out a lot of details and about Rudy and what he did in Ukraine and how much Trump knew. It might be part of the karma bill that I was reading on Lev. In his environment, yeah, he's not feeling very secure at all with the Four of Coins. What do people see? Someone who really should be trying to make a deal, who should be cautious, who should be restraining and not opening his mouth about anything, and someone who should be trying to make a deal. It's 16, that's the Star card, sorry. That is the Star card, yeah. Yeah, and someone who really, yeah, he's really in a place where hope is not looking too good. I thought that was Temperance for a minute, a bit of a similarity there. What are his hopes and fears? That more stuff will come out about him and Trump and Ukraine, and he's hoping that it won't. What are his outcomes? Rudy Giuliani. 10 of Swords, he's feeling stabbed and betrayed. Long dark night of the soul for him. 3 of Wands, consequences for his actions. Out in the cold, 5 of Pentacles, he's going to be feeling left out in the cold and left alone. Trump's not going to help him. 9 of Pentacles. He's autonomy. What about his autonomy and his loss, financial loss, loss of power? Is he going to get disbarred? Yeah, he's going to be disbarred everywhere if he hasn't already been. Okay, we've got about 17 minutes left. Sydney Powell. No, I haven't read on Sydney Powell. I can do a reading on her. She's in more trouble again, isn't she? Yeah, Sydney Powell. What's going to happen with her? Sydney Powell, guides of the highest truth and compassion. Oh. Things are coming due for her. Yeah, the judge in Michigan, yeah, he definitely, things are coming due for her. 10 of Pentacles is her challenge. Money, losing money, loss of money. Yeah. Loss of resources, loss of income. That's going to be a challenge to her. 9 of Swords, the base. Anxiety, nightmarish outcomes. 8 of Swords. Oh, she could be looking at restrictions. She is facing the loss of some licenses and all that, isn't she? She could be looking at that. 8 of Swords, some restrictions that could also mean imprisonment, but yeah. At the moment, she is all set on, she's investigations, chaos, charging in. She charges in and she doesn't think. And she's setting herself up to do that again. Immediate future, 10 of Swords. Things aren't looking good for her. Long dark night of the soul. In her environment, 10 of Wands, a burden, a struggle. It's going to be a real struggle for her to get out of the mess she's in, if she can do it. What do other people see? Someone who belongs on the other side of the pulpit. She belongs in the witness. You know, she belongs in the defense's stand. Not, yeah, she should be a defense. She should be defending herself, not defending others. Her hopes and fears. Her fears is that she can get through this journey that's going to be very rough, and that she won't be able to get through it, and she's hoping she will. Good night, Marsha Miller. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have, please feel free to subscribe. Hit the notification bell. As with every other YouTube channel, it can be problematic. But yeah. Outcomes for Sydney Powell. 7 of Cups. I've read before that she's not all that well. She can be a bit delusional. Maybe a slide into delusion. 3 of Wands. Consequences. She will be paying consequences. 9 of Cups. Outcomes for her. This is the opposite of her dreams coming true and her wishes coming true. Hi, Michelle Mabel. Magician. Wasted effort. She's going to disappear into the ether. She's just wasted effort. She wasn't even that talented a lawyer. So is she going to end up disbarred everywhere? Yes. Hi, Michelle Mabel. Hi. I only on for another 12 minutes or so. I just announced at the start that Thursdays are going to be cut down to 2 hours. I've got to sort of cut down my hours for a bit. Sunday's going to be 2.5 hours, and that'll leave me more room to do things like Tuesday night, or if you like, I can do readings on Tuesday morning. That'll be Monday night. Tuesday nights, I think people are going to work, so yeah. There was a declassified document talking about escaped Nazi creating sleeper cells to recruit, preparing for a fourth Reich. Are there Nazi sleeper cells? There were. Are there still Nazi sleeper cells around? Three hours I was doing 3 hours on Thursday and 3 hours on Sunday. Yeah. Are there Nazi sleeper cells around? Yeah, but they're not very big. But Page of Cups, Page of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, the World, Nine of Swords, Six of Swords, Death, Page of Pentacles. I think there were, but a lot of them basically faded away. But their ideas sort of melded into conservative areas and stuff. And right-wing white nationalist, well, yeah, there were, and they faded away and into the white nationalist hymn. White nationalist latched onto some of the ideas. Some of them, really, if you go through their whole ideology, very close to Nazism. The Lovers, but yeah, they sort of faded away and melded into white nationalist. There's a long card, Night of the Soul, coming for these people too. Deals, the Fool, New Gen. They're not prepared for what's coming up. I feel like the Fool card should be reversed in being not prepared. A lot of, in America, a lot of these cells, they took money from these people. They raised money off these people and profited off them, but then sort of didn't promote it, moved to their own right-wing agendas. So, yeah, they are still there in the right wing, but, yeah. Most Nazis did fly to Argentina or Brazil. Still got a few minutes left. Yeah, a lot of the right wing, the white nationalist groups were born out of those people. You'd be surprised. We ended up finding Nazis living in South Australia and Tasmania and all sorts of places over here, unknowns. So, some didn't even come out until they died. No, it's not needed at all. They're evil. Okay, I've got time for a couple of quick questions, guys. So, okay, any more questions? Afghan banks brace for bedlam after Taliban takeover. Will the banks in Afghanistan fail? Eight of Wands, yeah, quickly. Yes, and quickly. They'll be shut down, basically. There won't be a free banking system in Afghanistan. Hope Hicks is feeling. The phone records are being subpoenaed. Oh my goodness. Hope Hicks's phone records being subpoenaed. Will that have, how much will come out of that? The Emperor. 6 of Swords. Whew. It's going to be a bit of a rough ride for a Knight of Swords. She's going to be, she actually will know some things that happen when. And phone calls, they must, if her phone records are being, 6 of Swords, 8 of Swords, restrictions, what effect is it going to have on her? 7 of Wands, she might be caught up before a committee or two. Queen of Swords, a Judge, Hanged Man, suspension, strength. 5 of Pentacles. Oh, she's not going to be feeling very supported in the future. Did she have any knowledge of the insurrection? Yes. Yes. Oh, yeah. Interesting. Got the King of Pentacles, the Chariot, and the 2 of Pentacles there. So, will Melania divorce Trump? Yeah, she'll get there. But he's still useful to her. Yeah, so she'll get round to it. She's not quite ready yet. She's still got stuff she wants to get out of him. No. She's got her citizenship. That's all that matters. That's the biggest thing she used him for. But citizenships can get revoked. Oh, why did that pop into my mind? Citizenships can get revoked. Yeah. They're looking at who knew when what, who was talking to who about what. Yeah. Temperance. 2 of Wands. There could be some citizenships revoked. 8 of Cups being forced to move away. Yeah. If she's found to have supplied information, yes, it could be. She might be offered a deal if she wants to keep her citizenship. Oh, that's the other thing I saw. Farron Cousins. They won't touch her, no, but they might threaten. Matt Gaetz hurried, sped along the wedding to Ginger Lucky so that she couldn't testify against anything he's told her about what he's done. But if I'm right, that only applies from the date that you got married. If he told her anything before they were married, that does not come under spousal privilege. So, yeah, I think that might... Hi, sweet 68p. You've caught me right at the end. I'm cutting down my sessions to 2 hours, but what I might be doing is moving them from 9:30 to 11:30, so starting a little bit later. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think Farron Cousins says that spousal privilege can only be invoked from the day they got married. So if that's what he's done it for, he married someone who's just going to leave him a dried out husk for no reason. Yeah. Yeah, marriage, yeah. Yeah. So if he told her anything prior to marriage, it's not spousal privilege. Okay. Oh, she can't in Florida law. She won't. She can't testify against him for anything that he revealed after they got married. So about her sister. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I am going to wrap it up now. Thank you for your time this morning. Yeah, I think from now, Thursdays is going to be 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. So, or maybe even 9:45 to 11:45. Things starting a little bit later. As his girlfriend, she could be called to testify. But anyway, Sunday is going to be the usual 9 till 12, till 9 till 11:30. So 2.5 hours. So thank you very much for joining me. Love you all, and hope you have a lovely day. And I'll see you on Sunday. Bye bye all.